incorporate what we're trying to do here on all projects that fit the bill that this project is fitting. That way, we don't have to continuously come back and continue to fight for what is just right. It's like apple pie. How can we not be standing up for living wages for our friends and our neighbors? Thank you.
Any questions?
Yes.
Yeah, and we also have people from the supermarket across the street. I want everyone to understand that this is not just about what happens in the actual site at the Kingsbridge Armory. This is about what happens in the surrounding area. This is about making sure that we honor the RFP that the city put out, which is that there would be no businesses in the Armory that would be competitive to the surrounding areas. And when you look at the fact that Related wants to bring in a supermarket there, it would be detrimental to the many supermarkets that we have around a 2-mile radius, and there's one right across the street, and there's many workers here from the supermarket right across the street who are working with prevailing jobs, who are working, with prevailing wages, who are working for their families, and it would devastate. Having a supermarket at the Kingsbridge Armory would totally devastate the many Bronxites who have been here, and also the owners. We owe them a debt of gratitude, because when the Bronx was burning, when the Bronx had its dark days back in the 70s and the 80s, when many people ran away from the borough, they stayed the course. And it's only fitting, because they're not getting millions of dollars in subsidies, they're not receiving millions of dollars in tax breaks or incentives, but they've been there fighting a good fight and employing Bronxites. So I just want to recognize the supermarket.
Thank you, Mr. Borough President. Well said.
We have Nelson Eusebio, who is from the National Supermarket.
First of all, I'd like to thank the Borough President for taking the time and being here with us today, and for his support to the immigrant supermarket owners in this area. We have
over a little bit, stand in the light.
Absolutely.
There you go. That's
we have over 25 supermarkets in this area that are going to be affected by this. These are supermarkets that are providing good jobs, supermarkets that have been in this area for over 40 years, people that have never had asked nothing from the city or the state, and in return they have given back. They're giving back jobs, they pay their taxes, they don't have concessions and electrical or nothing. They pay what the bill says. They're going to take their money to give it to Related and put them out of business. Mr. Mayor, that doesn't make sense to us. Mr. Mayor, you made a promise to our group that this supermarket wasn't going to happen. You said that you're for the immigrants. You're saying that you're for the small business. Mr. Mayor, don't forget your promise to us, please.
2, 4, 6, 8. Related must negotiate. 2, 4, 6, 8. Related must negotiate. 2, 4, 6, 8. Related must negotiate. 2, 4, 6, 8. Related must negotiate.
Yes. Well, one of the questions.
We must do it.
Three of the other borough presidents.
They're not going to step on us.
We're represented.
We're tired.
This is going to come to the city council.
Somebody
And
that's us.
council delegations taking the same side, they can block this, could they not?
Absolutely, and we're going to make every effort that we can to speak to all of the city council members. We are delighted, and we're happy, and it really warms our heart that the borough presidents who voted with us will understand what's happening in our borough, and they see that this is part of a larger conversation here in the city of New York about millionaires getting subsidies, about millionaires getting tax breaks, and it not really trickling down to the working families or the poor people in the areas where they're developing it. So this is part of an overall conversation that needs to happen not only here in New York City but throughout the state of New York. And certainly we lost today's vote 8-4, but as we move forward, we're going to make a strong push. Starting out with Speaker Quinn. We're going to speak to Speaker Quinn, and I'm having a meeting with her soon. I'm going to plead the Bronx's case as to why is it that unless Related sits with us and accepts our agreements and our document in the community benefits agreement, that this project should not move forward and they should vote no. And certainly we have a lot of support with the Bronx delegation and the city council, and we've been talking to city council members in other boroughs.
Is the delegation of the Bronx united, or are there some defectors?
I don't want to speak for the city council members, but I think that if you ask them, the overwhelming majority of them would say that they're all united behind making sure that the Kingsbridge Armory, when it's all said and done, is not only benefits related and the millionaires that are going to come there, but also the surrounding community and the Bronx as a whole.
Un poquito de español sobre millonarios
Pues,
ricos.
bueno, estamos aquí hoy porque claramente como perdimos el voto de hoy, pero nunca en la historia o recientemente en la historia de la Comisión de Planificación se ha visto un voto de 8-4. Entonces nosotros le queremos dar las gracias a los otros presidentes de los condados y también a la defensora del pueblo, Betsy Gabam, que votó con nosotros, que votó por las familias del condado del Bronx, muchos de ellos que trabajan alrededor del Kingsbridge Armory. Muchas de las personas, estamos viendo muchas estadísticas que todavía el Bronx es el condado que tiene más desempleo y donde hay mucha pobreza. Entonces ahora lo que nosotros estamos diciendo es que nosotros queremos que hagan algo en el Kingsbridge Armory. Queremos hablar con Related. Le dimos un documento. En el documento nosotros queremos que ellos acepten la realidad que ellos se hacen millones y millones de dólares. Tenemos un alcalde que sigue dándole incentivos a los millonarios de la ciudad de Nueva York. Y nosotros queremos que también la comunidad pueda beneficiar de estas negociaciones y por eso es que estamos aquí hoy. Perdimos hoy, pero la realidad es que el mes que viene la votación viene al Consejo Municipal y ahora vamos a hablarle a la portavoz del Consejo Municipal y vamos a hablar con no solamente los concejales de la delegación del Bronx, sino de todo de la ciudad de Nueva York para ver si Related no quiere hablar con nosotros, si no quiere negociar con nosotros para el bienestar de la ciudad del condado del Bronx, entonces que voten no en esta propuesta.
Have you had any conversations with the mayor about this?
Not directly.
Why does he want a supermarket there? Is it that they feel that maybe the development wouldn't happen without this supermarket as part of it?
I think that this is not so much about the supermarket with the mayor. I think when it's all said and done, he wants his millionaire friends to continue to reap benefits from sweetheart deals. He wants his millionaire friends to continue to get IDA funding and these low interest rate loans. He wants his millionaire friends to continue to reap all of the benefits. And if his millionaire friends don't want to negotiate with the community, then so be it. So, and this is a problem. This is an issue. He says that he's for creating jobs. He says that he's for the working class citizens of the city of New York. But what do I tell as the borough president of 1.4 million Bronxites who they see an increase in job creation in the Bronx? So more people are working, but we still lead the state. We still probably lead the nation in poverty rates and unemployment. So it's not enough to provide a job for somebody where they're just going to work part-time. It's no longer enough that where you can provide a job for someone with minimum wage. If millionaires are getting millions, then those millions should also go to benefit those of us who either are taxpayers who put in for those loans or individuals who want nothing more to do than to provide for their families. If millionaires get their breaks, then so should working families in the borough of the Bronx. The fact as we move forward, business as usual is going to stop. We're not going to allow this anymore in the borough of the Bronx. We've seen this movie before. We've seen where they get sweetheart deals, and we've seen where they promise things, and it never ever comes to fruition. So that's why we have our community benefits agreement, and that's why we want Related to accept it and sign off on it before the city council gives them the okay to continue to move forward.
Anything else? Good?
Good. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you. Good job.